TV. This is Merrimack Boys Varsity Soccer. Merrimack Boys in their home blues, attacking from left to right on your screen. And we are playing Manchester Central tonight, and they're attacking from right to left on your screen in their away green and whites. And we are underway. Expect a good game tonight. Merrimack trying to recover from their loss 2 nights ago to Londonderry. Merrimack's record changed to 3-7 that night, and they're up against the 3-7 Manchester Central. Manchester Central just found the back of the net. That was rather quick. Goal in the first minute of action. So Merrimack has a little bit of work to do to get this one back and start building toward a successful campaign this evening.
Yeah, and Tuesday night against Londonderry, Mark, pretty even match for most of the game, and then it just turned a little sour towards the end. I guess
things took a turn.
They did, yes. So, boys hoping to bounce back here. Already in a little bit of a deficit, but I know those Tomahawks like a challenge. So
they do indeed. So let's see what they can do with this early deficit. And, Justin, we got our wish from 2 nights ago. Looks like they repainted the blue lines.
Unbelievable. So, wait, what is it? Ask and ye shall receive.
Yes, exactly. So for those of you watching at home, used to watching football American style on Merrimack TV or elsewhere, keep in mind that tonight we are playing the blue lines and not the white lines of the football field. So you've got a wider field that's just a hair shorter than the football field. Nice deflection from Merrimack's very own Drew Flanders.
Putting him to work tonight already.
Had a celebrity sighting this evening in the stadium of Drew Flanders' brother Ben, who I used to coach decades ago.
Decade with an S?
Plural.
Decades with an S.
No, I guess it could. No, I guess it's got to be singular. He's not old enough for it to be plural.
All right, perfect.
I am. He's not. But Ben turned over to the dark side and joined baseball. So no more soccer for Ben. So waiting on a Merrimack corner kick here. Outswinger, good header. The goalie's right in position. But here comes Merrimack with a surprise presence in the final third still. Manchester Central thought they had an easy clearance, and now Merrimack trying to push that, keep it into the final third and into the box. Central seems to have turned that around. Ball's up in the air quite a bit. I think if Merrimack's going to capitalize on this, they got to get that thing on the ground. And Central clears that past half field. And thanks to some got a stray announcement in the background. I don't think that was here.
No, not for here. They're doing some sort of back-to-school night or something from what I heard earlier. So.
Oh, yeah, okay. That sounds like something I used to do. Where you show up and you follow your child's schedule.
Yes. So that's
small increments.
That's happening tonight. A lot of action here at the Merrimack High School.
That explains the traffic in the parking lot. It was quite busy. All right, Merrimack trying to rally here, coming out of their own third, past halfway. Merrimack battling it out with one of Manchester Central's captains on that play. And Manchester's goalie, number 1, comes out for that. That's Sam O'Toole.
He's all over it.
Sam is a sophomore at Manchester. We've got a little pushing and shoving locally on the near side, and so Central's going to take that ball from a direct kick. And they switch fields, and they do get somebody home for that. But here comes Merrimack clearing that out, still heading toward their own mouth of goal, but now they've got it turned around. And here they come. Oh, that's a nice through ball. A little heavily weighted, but I'm telling you, another ounce less pressure, and that was a great opportunity. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to Merrimack TV this evening for this fine varsity soccer game. Again, it's Merrimack boys against the Manchester Central boys. 73 degrees, a nice calm evening here in Merrimack.
A perfect night for soccer.
It is a great night for soccer. I'm joined by Justin Slez from Merrimack TV, and this is Mark Heimberg. We'll be bringing you the live action for the next hour and change as we get down to business.
I'd like to remind folks at home, well, actually, I'm going to remind folks after we see what happens here. Leave you on the edge of your seat for just a second.
All right, got a Merrimack throw, quickly thrown in.
Like to remind folks at home that the scoreboard down here on the field is still got a little bit of a malfunction issue going on, but we do have someone in the box running the hardware that sends all that information up to our camera, so you can see on the bottom of the screen. You're able to see the time, you're able to see the score, and very, very big thank you to Amy Tupper, who's down there doing that. So thank you so much, Amy, for being down there running the scoreboard for the folks at home.
And for the folks up here in the booth.
And for the folks up here in the booth.
Helps a lot. All right, Flanders covers that ball up, and he's right up to the 18, looking for his distribution. And towering punt way past half field. Takes a big bounce toward the mouth of goal. Goalie's right there to scoop that up. Now he's looking for his own clearance and distribution. His goes about the same distance, but it goes a little bit lower than the Merrimack distribution by Flanders. And now we've got some a little bit of chippiness developing on the far side there. See how that plays out. It was right in front of the referee, so
a little chippy on this side
so
too,
far
Mark.
He's showing no interest. Let's hope that things don't start to get out of control. It's way too early for that. Oh, and that was a nice leave-off ball that Merrimack tried to capitalize on. The one went way wide. That was taken by Brody. Number 24, Brody Toll, I guess it must be. If it's not Toll, Brody, I'm sorry. I'm left to guess. Brody, also a sophomore here at Merrimack High School. Londonderry playing a high defensive line right now. Got some good ball movement.
Manchester Central.
Thank you. Londonderry was 2 nights ago, wasn't it?
It was. Seems just like yesterday, though.
This is going to be a challenge tonight.
I think the snacks are not being distributed tonight at the concession stand. So.
Yeah, the concession stand looks pretty well closed up this evening.
Yep.
Well, here's a big opportunity. Nice single touch clearance by Merrimack. And shot comes in, goes wide. Who was that with the clearance from Merrimack? I want to say that was number 8.
You're watching
Ryan Cirillo.
Sorry, I'm stepping all over you. You're right in the middle of the thought, and I'm just trying to jump right in here.
You go for it.
Well, let me just say, you're watching tonight's game on Merrimack TV, Channel 8 and HD 1072, online at merrimacktv.com. And we're also available on streaming devices, iOS, Android, if you download the all-new Merrimack TV app. Check it out. Take us with you anywhere you go.
Quite literally now, yes.
Absolutely.
Anywhere and everywhere.
And a few people in the stands checking out the time and score on their phones. So
nice.
In lieu of a working scoreboard tonight. So.
Well, that's a nice cross in by Merrimack. Headed up by Central's defense. Ball gets poked back in. Last man back clears that one. And looks like Merrimack having a little bit of a communication problem in the midfield. I think that ball was supposed to go in a different direction.
Yep.
Looks like we're going to have a central throw. We are now about 10 minutes into the action here at Merrimack Stadium, and remains Central 1, Merrimack 0. Ever since those early minutes, Merrimack has done a good job of keeping the ball on the other end of the field, actually.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now they just need to find that path through and get that ball to the back of the net. Here's an opportunity building up for Central. Right at the top of the key here. And chipped inward. It's going to be a little too heavy a touch. We're going to get a Merrimack goal kick out of that. And as Justin and I were mentioning earlier, we were here just 2 nights ago for the Londonderry game, and Justin had something really interesting to tell me, and I'm hoping he'll share it with you again tonight about this award-winning programming that Merrimack TV has been doing.
Oh, I am going to let you I'll let you know all about that right around halftime.
Oh, halftime.
So make
okay.
sure you stick around.
All
I
right.
just feel like there's
Suspense.
too much going on to
Gotcha.
to try and jump in there. But yeah,
All right, well,
stay tuned for that.
We'll build some suspense
Please.
for them. Merrimack spending a lot of time on the near touch.
Look at that fresh blue paint. Can you really see where
I'm
it's out of
telling you,
bounds tonight?
The paint is fantastic. Nothing but the finest. Oh, a nice low cross, broken up. Ooh.
Good defense
Well
right there.
chested down to his own feet. And that ball takes a ride to half field. No fear in that defensive clearance by Merrimack. Holy mackerel. And that ball squirts through to the goalie, but he's right there to scoop that up. Central turning things around now. But they're in a sea of blue over there as they try to break up this play. Now they've got a tight one-on-one defense going. Second offensive player split the defender. And Central's got some numbers toward the goal. Oh, that was a good opportunity for a through ball cleared by Merrimack. And now it's coming back in. Luca Cable over the ball on that play, trying to break up that offensive action by Central, manages to do so, and we are in for a throw. And that was Brody Toll that took the throw from Merrimack, and he's about to do so again.
What an absolute treat tonight, Mark, to have the corresponding numbers and names on our sheet tonight.
It is a treat to have that. It is a treat to have it not raining.
Life is just a treat right now.
It's I'll take it.
Let's see if the Merrimack Tomahawks will treat us to a goal to even it up here.
Well, first they've got to get out of this, as the Brits would say, sticky wicket.
Yes.
And
they're always saying that, Mark, aren't they?
they are. Although I guess it pertains more to cricket than soccer or football or you name it.
That's fine.
All right, Merrimack manages to get themselves out of that direct kick threat, and here they come. Central dropping numbers backwards. It's a good weighted ball. Keeper calls off his last defender, scoops it up. Nice, easy distribution. And here comes Central out of the backfield. And it seems there's a little confusion as to whose throw it is.
Yeah, I'm certainly confused as to whose throw it is.
It doesn't seem to be confusion on the part of the ref, but the players actually don't seem to know. And it is going to be a Merrimack throw.
Is it?
Nope, he's backing him up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It looked like he was just gesturing that the ball was going from left to right on your screen, but
Oh, we got it all sorted out now, don't we?
the defender had just taken a few too many gratuitous steps forward
Yeah.
as he was preparing to throw that ball. And another Merrimack throw, headed on. Central really putting together some nice passes as they try to transition through the midfield. But so far, other than that early action, they really have not found the other side of that.
Yeah, that
patch.
first minute, right down to the goal. But
Yep. Oh, here's a big opportunity. Merrimack got a little lucky that ball was behind the attacker.
Good hustle there.
It was
I don't know what just happened there.
it's a great build-up by Londonderry involving both Julian Favorite, who's playing captain's armband tonight, and number 15, I'm really sorry if I get your name wrong, but I'm going to go with Janamisi Ayawa Mwenda, number 15 for Londonderry.
Sounds exactly right, Mark.
I hope I have not gotten it wrong.
Totally butchered it.
Totally butchered it, turned it into words that mean something completely different. But anyway,
we're all doing our best here.
We'll go with Jean Amisi, and he's having a good game tonight.
Great.
Merrimack with set piece here. And nicely taken. Curls into the center. That set piece taken by defender Dave Sharma. And Dave Sharma is enjoying his junior year here in Merrimack.
It's a good year, if I remember correctly.
Well, see,
It was a little while ago.
I'm going to jump forward and assume that he's enjoying it.
That is
I didn't even give him the option not to be enjoying it.
That is quite the assumption. So maybe he can get at us later on. Let us know.
Some pretty good ball in. Looking for either that top corner or a Merrimack player on the far side of the net. Unfortunately, they found neither. So we've got a goal kick. The referee holding up play here while the substitution completes. And if you're tuning into one of Merrimack TV's MHS Tomahawk varsity games, either boys or girls, for the first time ever, well, two things. Why is this the first time ever? There's all kinds of good programming you could be checking out.
Absolutely.
And number two, if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, okay, I see two officials out there. Where's the third? The answer is there's only two officials in New Hampshire high school soccer. I can't speak for other states, having not coached in those states. But yes, in New Hampshire, we have a two-ref system. One is technically the lead ref, but both have equal powers for cards and offsides and ejections as necessary. Hopefully that won't be. But anyway, it's a little bit different a system. We don't have the ARs with the flags that you're used to calling offsides. Instead, we have two officials. And one of these days, despite being exposed to it for a very long time, I'm going to get used to it.
We all will.
Maybe.
And I think you had mentioned last week, and I think I had mentioned it as well, the officials, they're a little thin on the official end as far as how many people they can call in. So having
That's
two
right.
might be a little bit better. Please check out the NHIAA website if you have any interest in doing any kind of reffing. It really is great for the kids. It can't do without the refs. So
It's true. And no experience required. They will train you. They will help you find the courses that you need. You don't have to start at the high school level if you just want to get involved in refereeing. There's opportunity, basically ages, I guess, probably 6 and up. I don't think they provide full officials for U4, but it's been a while.
Swarm ball.
Yes. The lights just been turned on here. It's going to take them a minute or two to warm up, so hopefully they do so before it gets too much darker, because it is actually getting toward dusk here.
Yes.
All right, we are just about halfway through the action of the first half of the game. Merrimack continues to trail. Central 1, Merrimack 0. And here comes Central trying to put something together. Ball's at the feet of one of the captains for tonight. And that is Martin Lubunga, midfielder, senior captain. Merrimack, oh, that's a nice layoff ball for Merrimack into space. Nicely weighted. Still looking for the right opportunity.
Fancy footwork there. I like that.
Oh,
and
that was a nice drop back.
Good effort.
Unfortunately, the player didn't get his head over the ball enough to keep that thing low to the ground. I think that might have been Caden Martin with the shot. It happened quickly, so I couldn't tell as we wait for the lights to come up enough that I can see the numbers again.
They're coming up.
And
Just,
Merrimack not giving up the attack here. So far, Central hasn't gotten that ball past their own third. And Merrimack putting pressure on, continued pressure. Now they've got a throw in.
Hoping to see it pay off here. They've spent a lot of time on this end.
They really have. All right, here comes the throw. Central's got some numbers back, actually almost everybody back, but one striker. And this could be the moment that having all those players back challenges them, because suddenly Merrimack's got a swarm of guys around the ball. Oh, captain has lost his armband. Managed to hold on to it. That's impressive.
The key indicator there.
All right, here comes Merrimack using that space outside of the football lines that's completely in play in soccer. Justin and I were commenting the other night how nice the grass is that falls on that periphery outside of the football lines, because it doesn't get chewed up on a weekly basis.
Yes.
If my lawn looked half that good, I wouldn't be the black sheep of the neighborhood.
Ah.
All right, we've got a Central goal kick here. Merrimack keeping two defenders back on the striker, and that ball pops over the striker's head. And both of the defenders wound up getting involved in that. And here comes Central again. Central starting to put some passes together in the middle third now. Merrimack giving up a lot of yards in the center field. And if they're going to let that one trickle across out of touch. And we've got some substitutions coming on, I believe. I'm not sure where they are.
Coming in here.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Substitution is complete. It was a Merrimack sub. And here we go. Drew Flanders with the goal kick. It's a good ball out to half field. Things getting a little grabby and chippy now. It's decent clearance, only as far as half field. Merrimack takes that one out of the sky. Still looking to put something together here for Merrimack. They've had a lot of good attempts coming down that far side, and they've had some crosses in, and they just have not found the back of the net yet. But they're doing a very good job of holding that ball in midfield or in the attacking final third for Merrimack.
They really are.
Central struggling a bit to get the ball to the other end of the field. Central has that all too critical advantage of the early goal, though. Got a Merrimack throw coming up from right next to the Central bench. And throw comes in, headed on. And here comes some problems for Merrimack, perhaps. Nope, they got there handily. Cleared that out. It's going to be a throw for Central now from roughly their own bench. Got a whistle on the play, so I don't know if we have. Looks like we have some turf repair going on toward the Central goal. All right, back underway here. Central looking for some options. Really keeping a high line with that one striker, just riding the heels of Merrimack's last two defenders. And now they're trying something new. They're putting a second attacker up on the outside, number 15. And looks like he's about to get involved in that play. Oh, beautiful cross backward into the box. Cleared out, popped forward again, headed down by Merrimack.
And I can't quite get it out of there.
Almost finally cleared out, but not quite. And that ball's going to coast across for another Merrimack goal kick.
Thank you for watching Merrimack TV. If you have any questions about Merrimack TV or want to find out more, you can email myself, Justin Slez, or the Media Services Coordinator for Merrimack TV, Nicholas LaValle, at Merrimack TV at merrimacknh.gov. You can also swing by the studio at Town Hall, 6 Babusick Lake Road. Have a look, see what we have there. Got a community studio. We record the town meetings up there. You can come check it out. Show you what we got going on. Love to have you. As Merrimack back down.
It was
Merrimack
Luca Cable
Manchester Central's
over the ball for Merrimack moments ago. I mentioned my grass. That's a bit of an embarrassment. I live next to Luca's grandfather, and he has one of the nicer lawns in the neighborhood. So,
but your tomato garden really shines, doesn't it?
It was not a good year for tomatoes.
It was actually, yeah, you're right. It was a horrible year for tomatoes. Now that I think about it,
I had some of the most delicious, ugly tomatoes that I have ever grown in my life.
Yeah, not a banner year for the tomato.
No, it was a worse year for squash even. I got one pretty decent-looking squash, and that was it.
We always get chipmunks that kind of we never get any. The chipmunks get it all.
There was a big opportunity for Merrimack. Oh, with a stinger from outside the box, right at the 18.
And get it back in there.
Yeah, we've got a little stone wall in the backyard that my wife calls the Chipmunk Hotel or condominium or something. And we do have a pair of Cooper's hawks, but they're just not getting enough of the chipmunks.
Really?
Yeah.
What are we paying them for anyway?
I think we need to renegotiate.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, here comes
good year for negotiations.
Goal kick. And that ball goes out for a Merrimack throw. That's Mason Egan, defender, taking the throw. Mason enjoying his senior year.
Another bold assumption, but senior year I think that's got to be the best one for the most part.
Oh, nice low ball. I think the goalie was actually screened from that one. Oh, and here comes a long pass broken up by Merrimack. Merrimack had a lot of potential on that one. I don't think the goalie could see that ball through his own defender.
Certainly making a better door than a window that time, I would say.
No doubt. It's dropped 1 degree since we started.
Yeah, it feels like it's dropped about 3 degrees with my thin blood, Mark. I'm going to be thinking about a jacket at halftime, perhaps.
I am feeling the same way, actually. I checked to see how much it had cooled off because I'm suddenly shivering, and I think it's just damp enough that it provides that extra layer of cold.
It is, yeah. And the papers, you can feel the papers getting a little bit loosey-goosey here.
That is true.
Really
that is true.
Soaking up that air.
All right, Mason Egan to take the throw again for Merrimack. Ooh, good throw.
Nice toss.
Into space. Oh, see that? That can't be allowed. It's a good call by the ref.
Standing right there, so.
Yeah, you really, as soon as you apply a hand to the neck, the whistle's going to sound. Even if you're just trying to leverage for position to get around somebody. Nice
Ooh,
ball in, and that header, not enough to clear, popped it up.
Yeah.
Merrimack still with some opportunity here.
I mean, nervous with the two heads coming towards that ball in the middle there.
That is one of the biggest causes
scary.
Of head injuries in soccer for sure.
This guy just jogging it right down the field here.
Found his wheels. Mason Egan keeping up with him. And that cross, I don't think found its intended target, because here comes Merrimack.
That was a nice hustle up the field, though.
It really was.
Quite put anything together, though.
That left a couple of players on both sides surprised at the speed that was just shown. Little lull in the action as Manchester passes around a bit at center field. And here they come, now that they've put some passes together. Oh, this is a dangerous ball. Nope, Flanders is right there.
There he is.
Johnny on the spot. Scoops that up.
Perfect.
Speaking of Johnny on the spot, I don't know if he's watching tonight, but if he is, hello to John down at West Point, United States Military Academy. Former MHS varsity soccer player. No, he and his friends like to watch these games and, well, make fun of me. So I say go for it, man.
What a pastime, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know who's tuned in tonight. If
they're probably harping on your grass.
Yeah, well, they should, especially when my lovely kid goes down to Chelmsford and does all kinds of grass work for his grandparents, and their lawn looks beautiful.
Ah, unbelievable.
Yeah, well, they pay. I don't.
Ah, I see. Food and shelter's not enough nowadays, you know?
No.
What the heck?
Everyone's got a lawn rider in their contracts now. And
unbelievable.
Yep. So I don't know who's watching, but if you guys are out there, Gavin, Connor, Anch, trying to think who else likes to make fun of me.
Is it a long list?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. A lot of guys that I used to coach, a lot of guys that were on the various teams with my son.
Yeah. If they're out there, check out the Merrimack TV Facebook page. I don't know if the kids nowadays, most kids aren't doing the Facebook, but if you want to go leave a comment on the post about this game, I'll try and have a peek at that. Maybe we can do a shout out or two if you guys want to drop some comments. I'll have a look at halftime. It's just hard to be looking at the phone and
a little bit
moving the camera here.
I'll try to take a sneak peek.
Merrimack trying to put something together here.
Go for the corner kick setup.
Mark's going to check it out.
We'll see
if anyone's on there. Maybe Maureen Mooney, Merrimack TV and Tomahawk super fan. She might have a message on there.
Looks like we have 2 likes and 0 comments, Justin.
Okay. Well, I don't usually solicit the shout-outs during the soccer game.
Oh,
and
that was
a good
big
opportunity. Owe me a Coke.
I guess so, but the concession stand's closed.
You got lucky tonight, Mark, didn't you?
I guess so. Yeah, that was a beautiful opportunity. The header just didn't find that direction that was intended, but that was a nice take by Merrimack. And Merrimack not letting up in this. Oh, that's going to be over for a throw.
Yeah, they really aren't, and something has got to get put together here any minute now. You just feel it happening. They got to think they're feeling a little frustrated, but they don't really seem to be showing it.
That ball has stayed consistently between if you're looking at the football yard lines, between the 40 and the goal for quite some time now, with the occasional spring forward like we see right now, but mostly maintained and controlled by Merrimack in that final third. Boy, these two are quite evenly matched in speed.
Yes.
It's fun to watch. It'd be fun to watch them at a track meet, actually, too, because I think that would be a good race.
Yes, it would.
But, yeah, Mason was always very fast. I was always impressed with his speed. And he makes it look so effortless.
Oop.
We've got a foul. Set piece for Merrimack. This could be the one, Justin.
I feel good about it. I'm feeling good.
Merrimack pushing numbers forward. A lot of defenders back, all but one. All but one player for Central. Good. Big opportunity here. Here comes the ball. Oh,
and that's going to be
too much touch.
A little too much mustard on that one.
Right over the top. Substitution happening for Merrimack. Oh, looks like for Central as well. Let's see what we got here. Should have about 3 minutes left.
We got about 3:20 on the clock up here. You're keeping your own time, though, huh?
Oh, I always keep my own time.
Perfect.
Yes. I try to start my watch synced with the ref, so I have some idea of how much time is left. A little easier when the stadium clock is working, but
yes, and I guess they're going to do the clock stoppage at 2 minutes supposedly, and then 5 minutes in the second half.
Gotcha. Just one of those mysteries.
How do they do? I don't know.
Americanized soccer. It works.
It's working.
I can't knock it. All right, we've got probably the last action coming up here of the first half. Corner kick for Central. Ooh, that's a nice in-swinger.
Oh,
Drew Flanders
man.
is there, went up and collided with his own guy.
Ah, man,
And,
that is frustrating for the Tomahawks.
That was a pretty well-taken corner kick. Really tough to defend against. So,
if you're enjoying tonight's game, even if you might not be enjoying it as much as you'd like, you can always check out more MHS sports action on the all-new Merrimack TV app. That's available on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, iPhone, iOS, and Androids. It's Merrimack TV app. You know, there's all kinds of stuff on there, meeting coverage, local news, community shows, school events, so much more. And you can watch, obviously, these games live. You can catch other games, previous games on demand on that Merrimack TV app. So check it out. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice, Mark. So we're winding down here in the first half. A really frustrating first half for the Tomahawks here.
should have about 2 minutes left, plus any added time that the ref sees for injury and stoppage for the couple of goals. In what felt like a pretty heavily Merrimack-dominated possession time and field position time.
Yes.
That it's not reflective of the scoreline of 2-0. The first half essentially wrapped in parentheses of Central goals.
It's really not, Mark, and it's a shame because, you know, they're keeping their poise and they're keeping the ball down on this end here, and they just can't seem to put anything into the back of the net, unfortunately. So we'll have a talk over at halftime, grab some orange slices, juice boxes, see what they got.
Whatever else is in the snack bag.
Whatever else is in the snack, maybe some Fritos.
But sadly for the folks in the stands, no concession stand open tonight.
Not tonight. if anyone's out there, reach out to the Merrimack Tomahawk Soccer Booster Club if you want to volunteer and run the concession stand, help out with that. That would be excellent. So many volunteers needed to make this stuff happen, so we thank all of them for doing it. We got Amy Tupper down running the scoreboard for you downstairs. We got Mark up here with me doing the commentary. Merrimack Tomahawks got something going here.
Oh, just into
man.
the side netting. That was looking for the top close corner there. That was a nice ball in.
We've got Peter Bergeron. He's not a volunteer, but he is the interim athletic director, and he's been doing a great job. So thank you to Peter. Of course, the refs just shouting everyone out right now as we bring this one to a close. And before they start blasting us with the music, Mark, I'm gonna run through my good news for everyone that might not have heard. This summer, Merrimack TV actually won a national award from the Alliance for Community Media. An episode of our Merrimack Moment series was recognized as the best web-based program on community television in the country. This award displays Merrimack TV's commitment to community media, fostering community partnerships, and shining a spotlight on people that make Merrimack a wonderful place to live. So thank you for supporting Merrimack TV. You can check out all the Merrimack moments on the Merrimack TV app. Check them out. They're great.
Yeah, that's
They're really all kind. There's a Merrimack moment on the concession stand when they put that up. So
very nice.
The Laura's World Fund working to get that up. A lot of hard work to do that, and it's great to see.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just need some volunteers in there.
Well, that's really exciting news about award-winning programming from Merrimack TV.
Yeah, we're thrilled about it. We're super happy about it. Nicholas went to Brooklyn for to accept his award, the little red carpet interview, and
very nice.
Yeah, it was excellent. So we're happy to have that award. You can come by the Merrimack TV lobby at Town Hall, the West Wing. Upstairs, we got that plaque. If you want to see it in person, you can take your photo with it, maybe a little selfie action.
When
we'd be glad to pose with it for you.
The West Wing, it makes it sound all the more impressive.
It is very impressive, Mark. So, I'm thinking I might want to grab a jacket. It looks like you got a long sleeve, so that's good.
Yep.
I feel like I had something to run downstairs about too anyway, so I am going to. Is this an accurate time on when they're starting up again? I don't think so.
Probably not.
So, I'm going to cut the mics for just a moment. I'm going to go grab myself a jacket.
Alrighty.
You stay tuned.
Well, we will see you all back here for the second half. Don't step away from Merrimack TV. Welcome back from halftime. We are live atop Merrimack Stadium for Merrimack Varsity Tomahawks against Manchester Central. With the change of half, we'll be attacking Merrimack now from right to left on your TV screen in their home blues, and Central attacking from left to right in their away white and green.
If you're out there and you want us to give you a shout out, you can visit Merrimack TV on Facebook and comment on our most recent post about tonight's game. Let us know where you're watching from, how you're watching, who you're cheering for. We'd love to give you a shout out. I will do my best to have a peek at the Facebook page here once in a while, see if anyone's out there that wants to comment on that Facebook post. Myself or Mark will try and shout you out as we get ready to start the second half here. The score box just does not tell the tale, I don't think.
It really doesn't. I think that's an excellent point, Justin, that the first half I felt like Merrimack held the ball quite a bit. They kept the ball in the attacking third of Londonderry. Nope, still not Londonderry, Manchester Central. And, the score does not reflect what I saw as a pretty heavily controlled half. And the first goal came within minutes of the starting whistle, and the second goal came within seconds of the ending whistle.
Yes.
So it was really a great half punctuated by two goals that are going to be up to Merrimack now to decide how they want to get those back. And here they come with a cross-in ball, and that's side paneling all the way. It was close, and distribution looked like it was going to be with some urgency, but then keeper thought better of it as Merrimack started to get some defenders into position. Merrimack's record coming into tonight was 3-7, whereas Central coming in tonight was 7-4. So Merrimack's got some work to do, try to get the win tonight. And Central has a lot of work to do to keep Merrimack from doing so. So we should have an exciting second half.
Looking forward to it.
So far, it's a battle at the 50-yard line.
You just definitely tell they ate all their orange slices at the half, Mark. So see how it all shakes out here.
There's nothing like a good orange slice after a half.
You're right. I always preferred clementines myself. I don't know if those are kind of like new. They feel like they're newer.
Easier to eat for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Way easier to peel.
Yeah, by like 100 times, I think.
Oh, what
Unreal.
a rip from outside the box.
Nice kick, though. Nice
Yeah.
kick. It's just,
That was
man.
quite the take from, looked like about 30 yards out.
And within the first couple minutes here again of the
Yeah.
half, Central's getting a ball in the back of the net. I'd like to thank Grace LeMay back at the studio. She's she's running any replays, not a whole lot of replay stuff to look at tonight, but she's making sure the stream's staying good, making sure our audio's good. She's letting me know that she actually had a clementine at halftime. So she's in the spirit of the game tonight. Thank you, Grace, back at the studio for keeping track of things.
All goes back to the halftime snack.
It really does. And we will be here next Tuesday, I believe, Mark, if I'm correct.
You might be.
I might be correct. So maybe I'll try and bring some citrus.
You know, I should see if I have that on my calendar at some point.
That'd be a great idea. I could try my best to call the soccer game up here by myself, but I don't know if people would be really enjoying the game on Merrimack TV if I were doing that.
I think you'd surprise yourself. I think you'd be just fine.
Oh, and there goes the roster.
I am not leaping to get that.
Nope, that's okay.
Roster down.
Wind is picking up here.
It certainly is.
Atop the Merrimack TV stadium.
Merrimack knocking on the door here taking some shoulder charges. Oh, a nice ball. Opportunity for a rip that wasn't taken.
A lot of knocking tonight. Just need someone to open that door.
That's it. Now Merrimack dropping numbers all the way back. And we've got a whistle. Guess they're going to call that persistent infringement and give the set piece to Central.
Now, when you say persistent infringement, you're not just making that up.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, that's the thing.
Is there a way to describe it, or you just have to kind of know it when you see it? I don't want to put you on the spot here, Mark. I'm always trying to learn.
No,
you know?
that's a good question.
We got people in the school tonight doing their thing, learning.
Persistent infringement. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Okay.
Where persistent, you're continually at it, and infringement, either blocking the progress of or putting your hands onto another player.
Okay, the
so
hands thing is kind of
infringing
where
on
it
their
comes in here.
Right to occupy space. You're infringing on their physical being.
Okay.
So, yeah, they'll call it now I can't even think of my own terminology.
So basically,
persistent infringement.
Just to cool it off a little in case it's getting.
Yeah, it's just a way of saying, all right,
much.
look, I've observed you foul this guy 7 times in the past 12 seconds, so
they get a free kick.
now you get a kick out of it,
and we're certainly get a kick out of it up here for that explanation, Mark. I really appreciate it.
No problem. And persistent infringement, it actually is often cited as the reason for a first yellow card.
Okay.
If you've got somebody that's just, the entire game they've got their hands on players. Ooh, that
came down hard.
2 players down now. Oh, one hopped up. And he looks like he's no worse for the wear, which is good to see.
But a little shaken up maybe, but he's up. He's running.
All right, here we go.
He's tomahawk tough, as they say, which I'm sure you hear all the time.
I can't leave the house without hearing it at least 3 times. Well, that was a good ball in, potential header. The goalie scooped that out of the air.
And what's this goalie's name? He has been all over the ball tonight. He is unbelievable.
Well, I appreciate you asking because that is the
is that the roster
that did not blow
we
away.
still have? Okay, I was just thinking that.
So now I just need to try to read it in the dark here. I believe that is Samuel O'Toole.
Well, I got to hats off to Sam tonight. Excellent job in goal.
He is a sophomore at Manchester Central.
Oh, so he's got a few years in him here. I'm sure Central will be happy to have him.
As long as we're talking about some personnel.
Okay.
Your coaches for Manchester Central this evening. Head coach is Maïd Amick. Assistant head coach is Keegan LaBerge. Assistant coach, Gary LaRusso. Assistant coach, Griffin Harnell. Oh, nope, sorry, Hamill. Yep, that's an M, not an R and an N. And then assistant coach, Charlie Dunn.
And, it's dark out, and it looks great here on the field, but you'd be very surprised on top of this press box. There is just not a whole lot of lighting going on. So
Not a lot of light, and in the case of the Manchester roster, a very tiny little font.
Yeah, that is quite the font, is it? What is that, like a 7-point font I'm looking at here?
I think it might be about that.
Helvetica?
Yep.
Unreal.
And Merrimack's coach is Mirsad Islamovic. Assistant coach is Raymond Juno, and the other assistant coach for Varsity is also Mirsad, a different Mirsad though, and I believe it is Yusufovic.
And that ball just clearing over the top of the goal there. That was another really close one for Manchester Central. Tomahawks catching a break.
I appreciate that update as I was staring at the rosters, trying to decipher fonts and letters and numbers and all that.
In the mostly dark up here.
My nightly Sesame Street test. Tonight's game is brought to you by the letter M for Merrimack.
And Mark. So thank you, Mark, for that.
A little back and forth in this half compared to last half. No call on the shoulder charge there. Looked like the near side ref was thinking about it.
And Manchester Central seemed to be controlling the ball this half a lot more than we saw certainly in the last half.
Yeah,
so far. So
I think you're right, and I have a funny feeling that was one of the keys to their halftime speeches and talks and inspirational words is we need to possess the ball more.
Yes, that is just to sum it up.
Call that a dangerous play for hacking at it while on the ground. Rule I don't completely understand.
Nonetheless, kick for Merrimack.
Good ball in. Just a hair short of the intended recipient. Central trying to figure out what to do to get that out of there now. Got a clearance almost to midfield, but pushed back. Pushed back right into the top of the box. Big opportunity here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what an opportunity. Unfortunately, came up just shy of what they were looking for. And unfortunately, it was my roster with the numbers that blew away, but that might have been Luca Cable.
You know, that cold wind blows. It just, man.
That roster just kept traveling, too.
Luckily, that's recycled paper. That'll just go right back to the earth if we aren't able to find it.
It'll break down quickly, but boy, do I feel guilty having littered. Even unintentional littering.
In unintentional littering. No yellow card for that, just a warning, I think.
6 to 12 months.
Yes. 6 to 12 months of shame.
Wow, good Merrimack throw down the touchline. Unable to keep it in, and it looks like it's going to be a throw for Central now, but that had some potential.
Believe Central got a third goal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
They did, right?
They
okay,
did.
yeah.
Correct.
We'll just have to.
Oh, yeah, I see on the screen it's still 2-0.
Give a holler down to the score box maybe
Sure.
in just a minute. I'm not mistaken, right?
No, you're
okay.
Not unless,
yeah, no, I remember it was the first couple minutes again.
Yeah,
It seems to be the magic point is the top and bottom of each half here so far for Manchester Central.
Unless I missed it getting overturned or something to that effect.
Kind of leaning back into the Manchester Central player. I don't know if that was quite necessary, but I'll reserve my judgments and let Manchester Central take the kick here.
Ooh, dangerous ball through. Onside player. Merrimack better be careful. Inside the box.
Oh, man.
I would have called that for persistent infringement. Break in the action.
Teams are picking up the pace here for sure. I'm going to zoom out quite a bit. I'm going to see if I can holler down to Amy down there.
Good luck. Don't fall down the hole of death. All right. Got a Manchester throw. And Central working hard to try to bring this toward the box. CJ Fricano taking him right off the ball. No worries for CJ on that one. I don't think that cross had quite the pace he was hoping for. Big opportunity here for Merrimack.
And we had a conference downstairs. We're trying to decide if it was 3. I believe we got Grace on the horn here too. She says, I'm not mistaken, there is 3 goals for Manchester Central. So
they definitely scored in this half, so it is 3 unless it got taken back for some reason.
No take backsies in NHIAA varsity soccer, unfortunately. So
Unless there was a late offside call or some weirdness. But no, I believe 3-0 is correct. Nice opportunity there for Merrimack.
thank you to Amy Tupper, by the way, downstairs running the board so that you can see the time and the score on the screen. Without her, you wouldn't. I don't know what we'd be doing, Mark. I just don't know what we would be doing. So thank you, big thank you to Amy Tupper once again.
I think we'd be talking about the score and the time a lot more than we need to.
Yes,
with somebody running the scoreboard. So
right.
Yes, much appreciated. And if you're into stuff like that, there's lots of volunteer opportunities available in actually all of the Merrimack sports arenas.
Yes.
But if soccer's your deal, reach out to the Striker Club.
Striker Club, thank you.
Which is the booster club for both boys and girls soccer. Reach out to some of the other clubs and organizations if you don't need a ton of time either. An hour here, an hour there makes a big difference. So if you have even the slightest inkling of getting involved, I encourage you to do so. And the same holds true if you ever thought you'd like to put on a yellow shirt and a black pair of shorts. Lots of reffing opportunities throughout the state.
Absolutely. Check that out on the NHIAA website. Any interest in that? Always looking for refs.
Nice little scissor juke by Central's captain. Merrimack unable to keep that ball inside. If that time is correct, this half is going by very quickly, Justin.
It is.
And funny, right after we were talking about it, I forgot to start my watch for the second half. So
Jinxed you.
I'm going to be looking over your shoulder at the time a little bit.
Didn't I?
Yep.
And the Merrimack Tomahawk team here got quite the hill to climb here with just 24 minutes.
They do, and Central is definitely taking their time now, putting plays together, grabbing the ball for throw-ins. They know they're in a good position, so they're going to try to take as many seconds off that clock as they can.
So we got an offsides call?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm really learning now. I played soccer back in the day. I never played for the school. I always played MYA soccer, but
yes.
I always had a great time. I miss that.
It is fun. It is.
Me and the fellas played indoor soccer once up at the Bedford complex. We did a season there.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen them play there. They were really aggressive. That was not my scene.
I played up there for many years indoor, and after rolling my second ankle to the carpet, I hung up my boots.
There's no third ankle to bring in, so.
Yeah, no, it definitely got chippy up there.
Yeah.
And I'm not a chippy player.
No.
Mostly because I don't really feel like getting my teeth knocked out.
Exactly. A little ping pong action here.
Yeah, a lot of time spent between the two 30-yard markers on the football field in this particular half. Nice little turnaround by Merrimack here.
Is anyone
nobody home
to
get
open here? Yeah.
Oh, good crossover to the center.
A lot of defense.
And Central's goalie says, "You know what? I'm tired of watching this action. I'm just gonna take matters into my own hands and grab that ball."
Sometimes it's just what you got to do.
So no soup for you.
No soup for you. And it's definitely feeling like soup season up here on the box.
Yes, it is. That wind is. It's not a strong wind. It's not a cold wind. It's just enough.
It's just a wind.
It's just enough to remind you that you're a feeble human being standing on top of a box, getting colder by the moment.
On a floating rock in space.
Yes. All right. Big opportunity for Merrimack. Set piece.
Nice.
Tips over the initial wall. Can't find the back of
Man.
it. And, take a rip, take a rip. Unfortunately, I
Not
don't
quite.
think got the piece of that was desired.
Nope. Not enough mustard on that one, in
Not
fact.
enough mustard, and just pulled a little bit too much to the right. Some substitutions.
Have a peek-see at my
Yes.
comments here, see if we got anyone to shout out. I'll pull back the camera just a bit for a sec. We got one comment on here. Let's see who it is.
Uh-oh.
Where's the ball at before I start looking at my phone too long?
Doing all right.
I got to keep track here.
Let me see.
Let's see
what I
something
can
come
find.
up here for the Tomahawks. All right, we got Lindsay Burns. She says, shout out to Lori and Frank Martin and all they do for the booster.
All right. Well, that sounds good. And we had Frank featured in the booth 2 nights ago.
Where am I at here? Sorry. Frank was running the board for us. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Lindsay, for shouting out there.
And I don't know what Frank's day job is or not, but he could be a hawker at Gillette Stadium or Fenway Park.
Absolutely.
He was doing a great job pushing those concessions 2 nights ago.
He certainly was.
All right. We are waiting on a ball to... There we go. Comes in from the other side for central throw. Now we've got 2 balls on the field.
All right.
And the throw is in. And I don't know what that call was.
It's all speculation now, I guess.
I can't... Yeah, I'm too far away from the play to see what happened, and certainly can't hear the officials. Oh, big opportunity. Can't find the handle.
Oh, man. I get this feeling that if they could just get one in the back of the net, they would really kick it up a gear or two here.
Yeah, we've got an injured Merrimack player behind the play. Oh,
but they're going
looks
to
like
roll
he's going
on.
to
He's
run it
up.
off. Oh, big opportunity
this
for
is
Manchester. Oh,
Wide right.
What a
Thank
save.
goodness.
Flanders got a big piece of that.
And that's going to be a corner kick. Yep.
Merrimack's got 4 defenders right in front of now 5, 6 right in front of the goal. So hopefully they can clear this out quickly. Not quick enough, I guess, but
Not too quick, I would say, but
starting to make some progress.
certainly
to
keeping
that
control of it.
Central's going to take that ball away from Merrimack. Big switch of fields here. Now we're shoulder to shoulder again. Same 2 players, Mason Egan. And
What the heck's going on over there? I got the super zoom and I'm not using it. What the heck am I even doing with the super zoom, you know? I like to give a good, just wide enough so you can kind of see what the heck is going on around the ball. So,
it's nice to see players who are not directly involved in the play are still in frame, so that you can kind of
because they are involved. They're all part of the
sure.
big picture, you know?
You can start to see some of the options unfold.
Yep.
I find when I watch like the New England Revolution games, I find the camera's in too tight sometimes, and you see the ball get past, or somebody takes a step in a direction, you're like, what are they doing? And it's because you can't see the whole picture.
Yes.
Which is, I really love going to the stadium and being able to see where every player is, because suddenly you'll start to see this play kind of congeal out of nothingness, because you can see the defender is all the way to the offense.
Something you wouldn't necessarily see on the broadcast. Yeah.
That is quite true. But it's also refreshing to grab a soda out of the fridge at home and not pay $15 for it.
It certainly is, isn't it?
Those Gillette prices are a little steep for my blood.
Paying for that nice big screen they just put in down there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I took my son down to the stadium tour last summer at Fenway, with bands like Poison and Motley Crue and all the old guys from my youth. And
nice.
We went to the concession stand, and I think we got 2 sodas and a pretzel, and the guys told me it was $35.
You're
I said, I felt like one of those guys in the Geico commercials where you're becoming your parents. I was like, no, I just had the 2 sodas and the pretzel.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I know. Okay.
So you didn't break a window, is what you're telling me.
It was an amazingly good pretzel.
Okay. Do you do it with mustard? I like yellow mustard on my big soft pretzel.
Mustard is a must-have for crackers and cheese and pretzels in my family.
Yes, nice.
On my side, my wife thinks it's kind of weird.
But you know what? We don't like to yuck someone else's yum,
It's true. Big throw by Merrimack. Still trying to get into that last 18. This half they've struggled to get.
Very different half here.
Here we go. There's some build opportunity. Got a little space. Take your touches. Quick passes is...
Oh, not quite quick enough.
No. They really need to get those passes a little bit more crisp. Get them to arrive a little bit faster. Easy for me to say. I haven't been running for the past hour.
It is a good tip, though.
So, Justin, are there other programs tonight that people should be checking out on Merrimack TV?
As far as live programming tonight, this is the only game in town. Last night was quite the night. We had the NHDOT Everett Turnpike widening public meeting going on, and we also had a volleyball game happening at the same time. You can check both of those out on the Merrimack TV app, and also on our YouTube page. But I would encourage you to download the Merrimack TV app and check out all that stuff there. Certainly some interesting information. People got to ask questions of NHDOT and their representatives last night about the widening project.
Nice.
I'm sure anyone near Back River Road has
bet they have some
hearing
questions.
It going on. But yeah, you can check that out.
Here we go. Merrimack's got some numbers forward. Unfortunately, took a bit of a knock as he tried to take that shot. That ball did not find its target. It was an off-balance shot opportunity for Central. Not able to bring it to the net. Now Merrimack trying to keep the ball inbounds. Manages to do so. Good ball down the sideline. Here we go. Merrimack building something now. I like what I'm seeing. There's the cross. Oh, flick on header. Just not enough power to get that to the net.
I want to thank Lindsay for commenting on tonight's post on the Facebook page. You want to have a shout out, comment on that post about tonight's game. We'll see what we can do. We'd love to shout you out, hear what you got to say. where you're watching from, what you might be snacking on, your opinions on mustard on a soft pretzel. We want to. We want to know.
There's nothing finer.
Nothing finer. Certainly not during a sporting event.
Especially this type of sporting event. It all ties back to, I don't know, international soccer for me. If you have a pretzel with mustard and nice crisp evening.
Absolutely. And you know something? Even though I did eat before the game, I could go for about 2 big soft pretzels. And we're talking mustard. I'm talking yellow mustard here, Mark.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel. I could go Dijon, but mostly I'm into the yellow mustard if I'm doing a sporting event pretzel.
I'm not. I like various types of mustard. I'm not a mustard snob, so I would never turn my nose up at a yellow mustard. It has its place on a hot dog or a pretzel at a sporting event for sure.
Yes.
If I'm doing crackers and cheese, I'd like a Dijon or something a little more mustard grain in it.
Yes. Okay. Fair. That's fair.
And I really enjoy the Bookbinder's horseradish mustard.
Oh, that sounds. I do like a good horseradish.
It's got a little bit of zip, nothing too painful.
And it looks like got a player down on the field right now. We don't like to show him on camera, so we'll just keep a kind of a shot, and that'll give me a chance to check the page here again. With everyone shouting us out here, the Merrimack TV Facebook page. If you're out there listening, want us to shout you out, just comment. Players up, walking off the field.
And Justin, if you're into the hot stuff, there's a mustard from the company Melinda's.
Melinda's.
That is a habanero honey mustard.
Oh, habanero honey mustard. See, the habanero kind of feels like it might be a little too much for me, but
gotcha.
you throw in the honey, and now now I might be a little more persuaded.
All right.
I'd be willing to take that risk.
Has come to a close here, so we are back underway, which, lucky for you at home, means we'll stop debating mustards.
Yeah, we'll see about that, Mark.
Let's
move on.
Let's move on to some other condiments, shall we?
Okay. Ketchup, I'm fine with it.
I'm still reeling from the shortage of sriracha myself.
Oh my goodness! I heard it's back. I heard sriracha is coming back, though.
Thank goodness,
it's coming back.
It's been over a year, due to a couple of bad crops of the pepper that they use. It's been a bleak year.
Yeah, I saw some of them going pretty high prices on eBay.
Yeah.
So some of those people on eBay are a little relentless. We just want our sriracha.
When I could still get some, I was ordering it from Amazon in 8.5-pound containers.
Oh, wow.
And I wish they lasted longer than they did. I use...
Do you just use it on everything?
Pretty much.
That's good. I like sriracha.
It's good stuff. I love it in soups.
Yes. That's a great idea. I don't know how many soups I put it in. I'm going to have to do that more, though. We'll see if the Tomahawks can get in the last third here. We can maybe start talking about soccer again. Even though, condiments, not a bad topic.
There's a lot of, analogies that can be drawn between spicy condiments and soccer.
Okay.
But I won't.
I won't. You're not going to regale us with any of those, are you?
I promise not to.
Fair enough.
All right, Merrimack running out of time here. Big throw opportunity. Using that full pitch.
Really right on the corner.
It's going to be a throw, but it's going to be a Tomahawks throw, despite what Central is asking for.
Man.
Oh, that ball's a little too wide and high. If it had curved the other way instead of an outswinger, if it curved in, I think that would have been...
Gave them a little run for their money if that was the case.
That would have been the opening shot for Merrimack. Start to turn things around for them.
About 8 minutes to go here. So the clock is certainly winding down. Not the Tomahawks' friend at this point.
No, indeed. That was a little aggressive, but nobody seems worse for the wear. All right, here's an opportunity. This is going to be the one, Justin.
And we've been seeing
This
it
is
all
gonna be
night,
the
Mark.
one.
All night we've been seeing this. I just need someone to put it in
One-time
the
it.
back of that net.
We just need a one-time. Oh, I thought that was
Oh.
it. I thought that was it.
Oh, man. Almost slipping out of the goalie's hands there, too. Just thinking, here we go.
I think we've had a change in goalie, actually, from the first half, too.
Have we?
Just
I
going through there.
did not bring the Merrimack TV binoculars, so.
I can't read the numbers.
And I see, yeah, you're trying to read that 7-point font, so good luck.
Right. Well, I may never know. Because there are 2 goalies on the roster with the same number.
Okay.
And neither is the number being worn by this goalie.
Fair enough.
So I'm kind of
Just another New Hampshire soccer mystery here
at a loss.
at the Student Memorial Field.
Pretty sure the goalie's jersey says 91. And the roster has 2 number 99s that are goalies. And a number 1 who's a goalie. So
It's certainly not helpful, I guess.
I have called off the research on this particular conundrum. Merrimack holding it into the central third quite a bit more in recent minutes. And they've had a couple of really good opportunities.
They certainly have.
But the numbers on the clock are definitely not in their favor. About 5.5 to go, plus I would say at least a minute of stoppage due to the injury timeout.
Want to remind you at home, if you want to catch some more Merrimack Tomahawks action, you can come down here to Student Memorial Field tomorrow evening for the Merrimack Tomahawks varsity football team. They'll be playing Wyndham. Myself and Rob DeFelice will be calling the game back at the studio. Grace LeMay will be here on camera, doing a great job. Thank Rob for stepping up as Ralph Carpentier and Dave Carter, our usual football commentators, have stepped down. We thank them so much for their time and volunteer efforts. They brought a great voice to the Merrimack Tomahawks football team. So we thank them. We actually did take a second place regional award for our sports coverage with them behind the microphone. So
very nice.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Merrimack trying to put something together. Got the usual suspects involved on the play.
A lot of defenders in front of him right there.
Lots of turn and burn, and it's going to be hard to dribble that ball through the 7 of them.
And like I said, if you want to catch that game tomorrow, we're down here at the Student Memorial Field, or you can watch it live on the Merrimack TV app. So you can download that on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple iOS, and Android.
Another throw for Merrimack. Central content to just pop the ball over the touchline now to stop action and keep the ball from finding the net, and it chews up seconds on the clock for them as well.
It sure does.
We are
at that 5-minute stoppage
into
right
the
now.
Magical mystery time.
Got some subs coming in here. Or should I say sub? Got a sub.
Subs sounds good.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. A little like a mustard and cheese sub.
I did not eat before coming.
So you didn't?
No,
Big mistake.
We eat so late. It's just a bad habit.
Yeah. I always got to have my tasty treat before bed. I try to not eat it right before bed, but man.
Nice.
Got to have something sweet. Really got to get off that kick, and I just don't know how.
When the kids got older and they got more involved in sports and other activities, orchestras, whatnot, we just started eating later and later.
Yes. Yep.
9 o'clock. Pretty common.
Yeah.
Not great for me.
No, you don't want to be having like spaghetti dinner at like 9:30 p.m., 9:30.
With extra crushed red pepper. And
Oh, yeah. Get those crazy spicy spaghetti dreams.
that's it. All right. Drew Flanders to distribute. Good ball. And here we go, Merrimack.
Got a tall order here for the Merrimack Tomahawks. And Manchester Central, you got to say, they didn't have a lot of possession time in that first half, but they were able to put away 2 goals in that first half. One at the top, one at the bottom, and just a huge difference maker. I think especially with that first one at the very, very top of the game. I think within the first minute, it just
Yeah, there was
putting the Tomahawks on their heels right at the top here. So
it was about 37 seconds in, I think. It was either 37 or 47 seconds in. I can't recall, but definitely an eye opener.
yes,
It happens that quickly.
but Tomahawks still pushing. They're still pushing. You gotta hand it to them.
Yeah, they have not let up. I'm sure they would like to get at least one before this is out.
For sure.
And I think they're building toward it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No,
Oh, was that out? That was
that
out.
was- that
Okay,
was
I
out.
thought he kept it in. I was like, wow,
That would have been impressive.
wow.
Yeah. Merrimack's got everybody up at the half or higher right now. Definitely want this goal. That was a little chippy, but no call. Turnover to Central. Here they come. Getting some numbers forward.
Of course, in the final 5 minutes here, the NHIAA, where they have clock stoppage at 5 minutes in the second half. So refs are keeping the time for us. We are just speculating at this point.
And speculation has come to a
It
close.
certainly has, Mark. Man,
Tough loss for Merrimack this evening. That brings their record now to 3-8, and Central goes up to 8-4 after a 3-0 victory over Merrimack. So a tough game. Merrimack showed some promise, certainly in the first half. They kept the ball moving around, and Central's third quite a bit. They didn't let up right through the end of the game. So while the outcome might not have been what Merrimack was looking for this evening, I think they can be proud of their efforts, and great job by all.
yeah, most definitely. I want to remind folks that myself and Mark will be back here next Tuesday if Mark would be so kind to join me again up here on the booth.
Oh, but of course.
October 10th, the varsity girls soccer team will be facing the Bedford Bulldogs. That is slated for a 6 o'clock start time. So you can join us down here at the field, or you can join us on the Merrimack TV app. Reach out to the Strikers Club if anyone's interested in helping out. Concession stand would certainly be helpful for fundraising and just for feeding the masses. Love myself a soft pretzel, although I don't know that they offer them at the booth.
Uh-oh. Expansion opportunity.
Expansion opportunity indeed. So we want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for the Merrimack Tomahawks football game right here at the Student Memorial Field. Perhaps you'll tune in next Tuesday for the girls' game. Soccer, of course, against the Bedford Bulldogs. And we will be looking forward to a second girls' soccer game, maybe not a week later, but the following week after that. We'll have to check the schedule.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. So thank you once again for watching. Tough loss tonight for the boys, but definitely a good effort. And we will see you next time. This is Merrimack TV, your community, your voice.